We should be live right now. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Let me make
On, are
sure.
we here? Can
Yeah,
you
I
hear
think.
me?
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure we sound good. We're looking good. Mic check, mic check. If y'all can hear us in the chat, let us know. Mic check, mic check. If y'all can
Can
hear us in
you
the chat,
hear me?
let us know. Hold on. Oh yeah, you sound clear. You sound good. What's good, y'all?
Hello, everybody. How you doing?
I don't think I need to do an introduction, but I'm gonna do an introduction anyway. I want people to get a chance to experience who this dope content creator is. She's killing it right now, and I love to see the growth in everything that she's been doing. I'm gonna let her do her introduction. Y'all just go ahead. I'm gonna give you the floor. Let the people know who you are if they don't know. But a lot of people know. But if they don't
There's
know,
still
let
some
them
that
know.
don't. The
Yeah,
growth
for
is terrifying, but we are here.
you let them
What's
know
up?
who you are, man.
I'm I'm Wheezy Blonde. I am a Wheezy Blonde, a Wheezy Blonde. It's Wheezy Blonde on all socials. My real name is Lex. I don't really go by it. Don't
Mm-hmm.
government name me. People try to do it trying to be slick, but please don't
Mm-hmm.
do it.
Yeah.
I am a live streamer, WWE content creator. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitch. I'm on YouTube now. I'm trying to take over everything. I'm live every Monday and Friday for WWE Raw and SmackDown. I do PLEs. I make funny little skit videos. I like to call out dweebs on the internet. I just like to have fun, that's my brand. That's what I like to do. I just like to have fun. And I like to meet other cool people that are not dweebs, like Ross, which is why I'm here.
Oh,
So
that was nice. That was nice.
that's what we do.
Hey man, did you practice that? That was pretty cool. You just, or was that off the head? Just off the
That's off the
dome?
head. I got the gift of gab, man. I don't shut up. I can just
Oh,
talk forever.
okay, okay. I like that. Now this is I've been wanting to actually do this collab for quite some time, but I know the subscribers ever since I did my first YouTube collab on here, which was with Minnie. Shout out to Minnie.
Any.
Uh, she was the first one that I did like a live stream YouTube collab with, and she had mentioned you, and I want to say some people in the chat and in the Discord, they were suggesting, "Oh, you gotta do a collab with Weezy. You gotta
Me?
do a collab with Weezy." And I was like, "All right, I'm gonna try to do it. I'm gonna try to do it, and just wait for things to line up." And then saying seeing those numbers, like her numbers on Instagram, just started going crazy. I was like, "Damn, man, I'm gonna have to have some type of management team to reach out to her. She getting big, man." But I love it though, So it was in just the videos that I've seen of like your reactions and your takes on social media. It's one of those things where I was like, oh yeah, whenever we do cross paths, I'm looking forward to it. And it just so happened that we crossed paths, and here
And we
we
did.
are.
It really was because of Minnie too.
Yeah.
Because I've just with you saying that my things have blown up because like the follower count and everything gets so high, it gets so much harder to keep track of who I'm following, who I'm not following, who's who.
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of get lost in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
And then you popped up under one of Minnie's tweets. And I was like, oh look, it's Ross. And same thing, like in my Twitch, people have been like, "Do you know who Kicking It with Ross is? Do
Oh
you
my
do you know this?
god.
You should collab with Ross. You should do this like Ross does. You should react to this like Ross does." And I'm like, I'm not Ross though, but that we'll leave that to we'll leave that to him. So yeah, it's funny how a lot of our audiences definitely like cross, like
Yeah.
they'll watch us at certain times, and yeah, it's the same. They're telling me the same things.
Oh man, that's cool, and that's the reason why I wanted to do this. You got everything else going on with the other platforms, but I definitely want to be able to show some love and send some love, for my subscribers that once again that may not know who you are, to give you a check out and check out your wrestling content as well, because I do feel like there's space and opportunity for all of us to eat. You know what I'm saying? We all have
Everybody.
different opinions in how we view wrestling. So it's just one of those things where it's like, that's my goal this year, to link up with as many content creators on the YouTube side of things. If I'm able to help them get some more subscribers on YouTube as well, I did my job.
I
That's literally what
appreciate
I'm
it.
doing.
I appreciate it. I think that's how it should be. I try to help, anyone else too. And I think we're the only people that also understand each other because we do similar things. We
Mm-hmm.
deal with similar things. We're into the same things. So we're kind of in our own little niche of people. Like, oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and sharing like so many other content creators I've shared so many good like tips and tricks with, and hey, did this work for you? No, okay, and just it's been such a good. It's just audiences that make it weird sometimes. They'll be like, oh, they pin me against people all the time, and I'm like, you made this feud up in your head.
Yeah.
You made this feud up in your head. I was just in their messages the other day asking about stuff, so don't go there.
Oh nah, yeah. It sometimes it can get a little weird between, you know, fans of different content creators. But for the most part, it's been pretty dope. Everyone that I've linked up with, I definitely at some point wanted to link up with a lot of people have been saying I think his name is Mr. Zanny. Mr. Zanny Sap?
Oh,
Zanny Sap.
no, call him that. Yes.
Call him that.
Zanny Sap. Please. Please bring him on. No, bring him on your show and
call him Zanny
Sap. Please do that.
I knew I messed up as soon as I said it, but I committed, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna go committed.
With it. Stay true to the bit. I like it. No, that's Zanny perfect.
All right, so I'm gonna try to. I'm just hey, Mr.
No, you absolutely should. You absolutely
should. Mr. Zanny Sap, man, what's going down, bro? I think he actually follows me on Twitter, so I think I'm gonna do that. Thank you for.
Yes, definitely
I'm gonna do that. So, Mr. Zanny Sap, we're gonna go with that. But no, I've been wanting to link up with him and some other creators as well. But I knew this one. This was top priority right here.
I really anticipate. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yes, I am top priority.
Yeah.
I am more important than Zanny Sap. We're gonna have a match at some point. That's my arch nemesis. If there's one person that it's my arch nemesis, it's Zanny Sap.
Okay. All right. I didn't know that. I know Minnie had her arch nemesis and Suplex, and now you got an arch nemesis. I don't
Same thing.
I don't have an arch nemesis. I'm just a freelancer. I'm just here.
Oh, you gotta find one. We can find one.
one.
Every good superhero has one arch nemesis.
Oh, okay.
You can find one.
Okay. Well, whenever we do find them, we can make that happen. So you said you primarily only do you only check out WWE content. Have you ever checked out anything from AEW or any other companies?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I started watching AEW when it first came on, when Dynamite first happened. The first All In. I was really into that. I've popped in and out of TNA, Impact, popped in and out of Ring of Honor. Back in the day, before shutdown, I watched a lot of indie promotions. But it's just easiest for me to keep the schedule with WWE. It is the largest one. It's just easy to kind of make a schedule with. But no, I like all professional wrestling. I think that's a big misconception with me. They'd be like, oh, this WWE shill. I'm like, no, I like AEW. Come on. I'm not going to sit here and talk crap about it. I like it. Okay. But I just work long hours on Wednesdays, so I can't stream it.
Okay. Fair enough. Same with me. For me, though, I keep up with it. I haven't really streamed it recently, but I do keep up with it. The things that I do like about the show, I do feel like there's a lot of things that could be done way better.
For sure. Streaming it is a whole experience too. If you've never streamed AEW, the chat is the worst.
It's weird. It's some weird behavior, and it's one of those type of things where I try to eliminate that in my chat. I'm like, hey, look, you can like what you like, you can dislike what you dislike, but we're not about to come in here and do this whole AEW WWE versus stuff, because we're here to watch a particular show, and that's what we're doing. Right. So I try to navigate from that, because honestly it becomes a cesspool, and it's one of those things where it's like, okay, guys, relax. You're not getting paid.
Chill out, reel it back in. Come back to reality, please.
Calm down. But so I wanted to ask you, when did you start watching wrestling? Like, when did it become a thing for you? It was like, yeah, I gotta watch this every week.
Well, I started watching when I was a kid.
Okay.
When I was a kid, I was watching with my dad, first grade. So that was probably around 97, 98. Right after Stone Cold's King of the Ring. It actually was probably a little earlier, 96.
Wow.
And then I took a break from probably 2007, because that's when I entered high school and just had different interests. I didn't have anyone else around me that liked it. I didn't want to be the kid in high school that was telling everyone I liked wrestling. I know that's probably sounds shady. I just says, I've kept up with it here and there, but I didn't really get fully back into watching it weekly until 2016 was when I did. And so
Mm.
it's been a weird ride from then to now. I watched consistently all through the pandemic and everything and stuck with it, but no.
Okay. Okay. Same similar stories. Watched it growing up as a kid. And then I want to say like around 2007, maybe, yeah, going 2007-ish. I had kind of stopped watching it as much. And then, I was kind of focused on what was going on in high school. And it
Yep.
it, it just it like you said, it wasn't really cool to be known for watching wrestling, especially in high school. It just
No,
wasn't. It
it
wasn't the
wasn't.
cool thing.
Not at all.
And then I want to say when I was in college, the chat knows about this. The CM Punk promo, pipe bomb. I saw it on YouTube, and that's what brought me back.
Really? Okay.
That's what brought me back. And then I was watching it through the whole Yes Movement era, and I was enjoying that. And then I kind of faltered off a little bit, here and there, because that I wasn't a real big fan of what they were doing, especially how Vince McMahon was having, the direction of the show.
There's some goofy things happening. That's fair.
Yeah, it was a lot of goofy stuff, dark times. And
Yep.
then I want to say I started really getting back into it even more close to 2018, like right before the pandemic. I was getting into it even more, and that's when I started suggesting that me and my homie that I do YouTube with, WG, shout out to the homie on our main page, on the In the Clutch page. I suggested we started doing like some live reactions, and then we started doing that. And even then, he was looking at me kind of strange because he hadn't watched wrestling in forever,
What the
and
hell
he's
do you have me watching right now?
yeah, got Alexa Bliss using mind control to control people, and he was just looking at me like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry, bro. I didn't."
Was he a wrestling fan
Yeah, he
before?
was
He
he
was?
was a
Okay.
wrestling fan. Yeah, so it's just he hadn't watched it in so long,
Yeah.
and then now recently with what Triple H has been doing as he's been taking control pretty much of what we see on television. He's been so much more invested, and it's and the same for me and a lot of other people that I personally know. They personally say, "Hey, bro, I haven't watched wrestling in years, but your reactions and stuff like that got me back watching wrestling." I'm
Same.
like, yes. Join
Hey, that's
us.
I like it. I like to spread. I have more people that are coming up to me now just saying in
Mhm.
public, like, "Hey, I heard The Rock is back," and
Mhm.
I'm like, just give it a shot. Like, if you watched it before, just give it a shot again. Just see it, watch clips, even if you just go to the YouTube and just watch segments of
Mhm.
things that have happened. Just give it a shot. You never know. If
Yeah.
it's not your thing, it's not your thing, but it's worth a shot.
Yeah, nah, and I think it's improved a lot more just with the visuals, just what
Oh
we've seen with the in-ring work that we've been seeing, and the promos, and how they're starting to let wrestlers get a little bit more edgier. And I'm really looking forward to when they go to Netflix Monday Night Raw. I think that's going to be something interesting, and I can't wait to see that. So it's we are in that booming period of wrestling, like,
oh yeah,
and
yeah.
and it's actually a great thing, especially for wrestling content creators, because now we can really get into our bag on our takes and our opinions and our likes and dislikes, because there's a lot more people that are getting involved in it. And I think it helps us all, especially in this wrestling space. But I really want to ask you, because WrestleMania weekend was fucking fantastic. That
Oh
shit
my
was that shit was so fun. I
god, it
want to
was so amazing.
I want to ask you, did you enjoy WrestleMania this weekend? This past WrestleMania, and what was your favorite part just from WrestleMania 40 as a whole?
Oh, I absolutely enjoyed it. It was I got I said that it was best WrestleMania of all time. That was my take on it. I really, really enjoyed it. Being able to enjoy it as an adult, because every
Yeah.
other WrestleMania before, I was really a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my favorite thing that happened, like my favorite match that happened,
Mm-hmm.
I try to go to an answer that doesn't have to do with the bloodline or anything, because obviously that overtakes everything.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed what happened with Gunther and Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
Something about that was just so emotionally charged. I clocked even, when as a lot of people did, but when Gunther was coming out, I could like the minute that he took a deep breath before he walked down the ramp, I was like, "Oh no, it's happening." Because I didn't think it was. In my predictions, I was like, "Oh no, he's gonna keep it. It's not time
Mm-hmm.
yet." And then I saw him and I was like, "Oh, we're in for it. Okay, he's losing." And he did.
Yeah,
You did. You did.
in a very great match, and man, Sammy is fucking awesome. He's Sammy. He's fantastic going through.
He's incredible.
He's fantastic. That was such a good moment, and for me, obviously, everybody knows I've been wanting this man Cody to finish the damn story, and it felt so good.
I'm sure it did. I'm sure it did. Because there
It,
were those people out there that are like, no, he's not. Like,
yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah,
gonna beat Hogan's record. I'm
yeah.
like,
I
no
was
one gives a about Hogan's record. Shut up.
Yeah, yeah, no one cares about
Cares
that.
about
But it was definitely one of those moments. It reminded me of when Daniel Bryan won at WrestleMania 30, and how that made me feel back then and now. Just it gave me that feeling, but even more because it was just the title reign itself with, 1300 plus days as champion. Will Cody be able to overcome the odds? You got the Rock back. That those last 5 minutes will probably go down as one of the greatest.
Undertaker,
Yeah, one of
John
the
Cena.
one of the greatest 5 minutes of in WrestleMania history. And I've seen some great WrestleManias. WrestleMania 17 is one of my favorites, if not my favorite. But this one
Oh,
right here for me, I don't know, man. When I look back on it, this one may be one of, it may supersede that. I don't know. It was just so, it was a
just a
moment in
different
time.
just a different feel too. There were so many there's so many different things you can pull out of it that were great, because not only, I mean, the end of the match, we haven't really had anything happen before where all of the friends of the person that wins come out.
Yeah.
Like, it just felt like the turning of a page, like, oh, we're allowed to do this and
Yeah.
acknowledge and talk about this great feat and all of this. And the
Yeah.
amount of times that they were saying the word pro wrestling, because they haven't
Mhm.
been able to do that before,
Uh-huh.
everyone just feels so much more at ease. Like, okay, we're really ready to move forward. We're really happy to enter this new, this new time, which I think is great. And you can tell, like, it transfers on screen.
Yeah. No, definitely, and it's one of those things where it creates that that dynamic that we've just been missing, especially on the WWE side of things, of being able to to watch a product and enjoy it, but you don't feel insulted by the decisions that they make on screen. Like sometimes in the past, you'll sit there and be like, why what was the point in this?
Why are we
Why did this even happen? Did this need to happen, or was this a
Mhm.
situation because Vince wanted to do what Vince
Someone thought
wanted
it
to
was
do?
funny
Yeah, or
and
someone thought it was
last
funny.
minute and was like, no,
Yeah.
we're doing this.
Yeah, and it just feels good to see stories play out that make sense. They're engaging. You actually care. that
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing about wrestling, making people care. You can have the best flips and dives and hurricanranas. You can do all that, but if you're not able to make people watching at home and in the audience actually care about what's happening in the ring, then none of it matters. And
exactly.
it feels like we're in that time period where people actually care about what's being said, what's being done, and it's pretty cool. So, but I also wanted to ask you how you feel about the recent news of Rhea Ripley, have to relinquish her title. How you feel about that whole situation once it was confirmed that it was true to happen.
Obviously, it sucks. You don't want anyone to have to relinquish a title due to an injury for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna find any kind of silver lining with it, I think the good thing is, because I've stayed saying at the moment, I don't feel that there's a viable option right now to beat Rhea. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
At least
Mm-hmm.
no, like nowhere in the near future. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's cool that she gets to go out right now undefeated.
Yeah.
They're going to put the title on someone else. And then, when she's ready and better, she can come back. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that that will be an even bigger moment. Like, when mommy comes back, it's going to be incredible. And the stories that they can build around that.
Mm-hmm.
So, it sucks. I don't like when people start going at Liv Morgan online or speculating that this is actually happening. The amount of people that are being like, "Oh, I hear she's actually pregnant," and I'm like, "Well, I don't know who the fuck said that," but okay.
Who comes up with this? I'll be
I
trying
don't
to
know.
figure this
One
out.
person sees a no name on Twitter and they're like, "Oh, so and so said this," and then it just spreads like wildfire. So
Yeah. Nah. I kind of feel the same way there. That she kind of really didn't have much to do in opponents outside of Liv. And the
Yeah.
fact that that did happen, once again, is very unfortunate. But at the same time, it can benefit both women, especially for me. Now, I don't know if you probably didn't see it, or maybe you did. I did a podcast with a couple homies, and I had a very controversial Liv take, and it was just my opinion at the time, and it blew up, and it
Oh
blew up
no,
in a horrible way because,
I don't remember.
well, maybe it's a good thing because there was a lot of people coming at me, and they literally wanted me dead. They
You
wanted
can't be
me dead.
critical of Liv Morgan whatsoever. Don't you know anything? What is wrong with you? Oh my
Yeah,
God, how dare you? How dare
yeah,
you?
yeah. That's literally what happened. So, and my point was, and it wasn't even just to bash her, just the sake of doing it. My point was, for me, at one point early when the hype for Liv was really blowing up, and I think she was feuding with Becky Lynch at the time, I was like, you know what? I wouldn't have a problem with her winning. Boom, 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 boom. You know, and I've even made predictions of, oh yeah, maybe she should probably win because it seems like she's a fan favorite. You know, but I never was the one to be like a super Liv fan, but I can appreciate the fact that fans like, who she is, her personality and stuff. So I was like, all right, cool. Her in-ring work for me was to be desired, but at the same time, you can roll with someone who has momentum, even if their in-ring work is not the best. But for me, I want to say they kind of dropped the ball with her, especially going into when she won the Money in the Bank, and then she cashed it in the same night, which I think that was a big
You're
mistake.
saying the same things that I've said so many times. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
you're
you.
validated. Thank you.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm glad we're on the same
No,
page
I'm
here.
with you.
So, I feel like they rushed that. Having her cash in on Ronda, that's cool, but I think you could have took your time with that. And then ultimately it caused the fans to turn on her
And it
because
didn't click.
they did it too quick, and now it was a situation where, I forgot, was it Extreme Rules where she ended up passing out or something like that? She ended up losing the match to Ronda Rousey, or she was supposed to have lost, but she tapped. But it was weird how they booked that.
Yeah, that was all goofy.
It was weird how they booked that, and then you're trying to make me believe that this person can really take out Ronda Rousey, who's been built as this unstoppable machine, and it just a lot of things that was working against her that I felt like I think they were rushing a little bit too fast to instead of really trying to take time to build her up even more. And for me, it was one of those things where I was like, Liv, I don't really I don't feel nothing from it. Like it's like she's
I never have I never have either, and I always said, they never I don't know who to blame necessarily, but they never built her up enough in a way that she felt like, "Okay, yeah, I think that she absolutely should be champion."
yeah,
I've never been shown anything that makes me think, "Okay, yeah, she can beat Rhea." Now,
yeah.
I was saying that, in leading up to whatever they were gonna do
Mm-hmm.
later, that they had the opportunity to do that now.
Now, yeah,
But before, like, no.
yeah.
What even at WrestleMania trying to do a triple threat, I was like, "No.
No,
No, no, no,
no,
no, please don't do that.
no.
No, no, no."
No, I was for the thing is, some people can make the argument, well, you can't, is it even more viable that Becky could beat Rhea? Well, with Becky, her character is been they fantastic for a long time. They have booked her as this I take no bullshit from anybody. I don't give a fuck how big and tall you are. I'm going to fight you into the very end. So that always worked with her despite her size difference from other competitors.
Yeah.
That's why you could buy in a little bit more to
Mhm.
Becky fighting Ronda because one, she's going to be going back and forth with her on the promo. Well, it's not even back and forth. Becky clears Ronda when
Yeah,
it comes on promos and just on that
Ronda.
alone.
Not poor
So
Ronda.
so that alone you already knew she had the upper hand on. And then the fact that she had that, I don't take no crap from nobody. I don't give a fuck what your background is. I'm gonna whoop your ass, and that's just what it's gonna be. And you can believe that because she believes that. That's how they presented her.
And,
So
she's got all the stats to back it up too.
yeah. So the thing with Liv for me is it's not that I don't think she could have, can't obtain that, but I do think the storyline and how they built her up has to reflect that. And what they're doing with her now I'm rocking with it.
I am
Now
too.
I am interested because it's like she made a promise. She's on this revenge tour. She said a few weeks ago, "I'm gonna take everything from you," and then she ends up blindsiding her with a steel chair in the back and start giving her the beats.
God, it clocked her.
And
like,
it,
"Oh."
yeah, it surprised me because I'm like, okay, this is what I need to see. And if they can expound on that, have her come out there every week saying, "I took out your mommy, I took out Rhea. No one else could do it. Not Becky, not Nia, not anybody else except me. I should be champion." If they give her that run, similar to what Drew has been on, I'm here. I'm here.
I still have the feeling a lot of people, and I don't even know if like turning on her is the right word, but I still think there's a ton of people that are like just so no, Liv can't do anything because there is like tiers of oh, I'm sensible and I can critique, what she's done in the past, but I think she can improve. There's other ones that are like, no, she has no talent whatsoever. They just turn on her, not liking like her character now.
Yeah, and I'm willing to give people a fair chance, but I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I didn't like what she's starting to do now. So if they can find a way to really expound upon that, then I'm all for it. But it's good to know that there's a woman that actually understood where I was coming from when it came to the Liv Morgan situation, because people just thought I was just some horrible human being.
No, you have to be able to you can critique male wrestlers, you can also critique women wrestlers without being, a misogynist. That is a thing.
Yeah.
I know, crazy.
Yeah, man.
The only thing, I don't want her to keep saying "watch me." Can we not do that at the end of every promo? Watch me. No, let's. I could do without that.
Yeah, nah, her promos can be a little. I mean, they're getting better with the material that she's been given with now, but they can tighten it up. And once again, it's a growing process. Some of our favorites weren't that great when they first came in, or even it took them a while to get to where they are now, to be comfortable on the microphone, to be more fluid in the ring. Granted, it shouldn't take you your whole career, but at the same time, it should be it should be something where you progress bit by bit. So very interested to see what's going on with that. How did you feel about Chad Gable turning heel?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I thought they got me. They had me because he raised Sammy's hand in the ring, and I was like, okay, it's done. Like, okay, he's gonna go hug his wife, whatever. And then I'm here for. I love Chad Gable. I was not of the opinion that he should have had the match against Gunther. I felt that he needed. Did you see the same?
Yeah, I said the same thing.
Wow, yeah, everyone hated me.
Yep, same here.
I just didn't feel like it was time yet. There was something missing, like a fire missing from him that made it viable. And now I'm like, okay, yes, he needed some kind of change. This is it. Cool, I'm here for it.
Yep, same here. I'm definitely here for it. It's gonna be very interesting to see what he does. I obviously it seems like they may be splitting him away from Alpha Academy, which honestly, I do think it's time. The shoes, get rid of that.
It had its place.
Yeah, get rid of it. It had its place. It was cool for a little bit. If we're gonna have this guy, people keep calling him Perk Gable. You guys are wild. If we're gonna have this guy tap into that perk side of things, he needs to get rid of the shoes and the thank yous. It needs to be, I'm trying to snap your ankle whenever I get a chance. I'm trying to hurt you because I'm sick of people looking over me. Oh, it's just Chad Gable. No, I love that. And I love that he did that with Sammy too. The person that he helped get the title, and he still couldn't take the title from him.
Just snapped him. It snapped him. I can't wait, honestly, because I love WWE's video packages and have for years at this point. They slap. The one they just did with Damian was
that was great.
I can't wait for them to do one with Gable and show the evolution of him going, starting and then being like the low point of like being Shorty G, which I know wasn't terrible, but like Shorty G. I can't wait to see all of it, and then show him just angry and out to prove to everybody.
Oh yeah, no facts. And I do think that could be a situation where I do feel like they'll have some type of matchup with him and Otis, and that would kind of be his the nail in the coffin to show that he's moving on. Like it's, and I think that's gonna be some of the next steps we get to, which I'm all for. That's what I'm loving about what Triple H is doing. That WrestleMania season is done. Now we're gonna get head into Backlash and the draft, and he's cooking up even more storylines for us to get invested in. The fact that we got a "fuck you, Gable" chant at the end of Raw,
Wild.
beautiful. I'm like, yes, this is what I need,
Great place
man.
to do it. This is a perfect place to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Montreal, absolutely.
Yeah, fantastic, bro. That's what I like to see, and it's cool to be able to every week there's something going on. Like, what did you think about the Bloodline stuff on SmackDown? That was whoo.
Oh,
That
again,
was so good.
amazing because you can't totally tell what's going to happen. Like I had heard the rumblings of Tama Tonga coming out, but I didn't know in what capacity. I didn't know. I couldn't have guessed. Oh, the tribal chief. Okay,
Yeah.
well, no, okay, the tribal chief's not Roman. Who are you talking about? We have so many questions and things that we don't have answers to. I thought for a moment that maybe Jay was going to come out and help Jimmy, and then it didn't happen. And then I was like, oh no, poor Jimmy. I want the old Jimmy back. So it makes you feel so many different things. And for all the people that were saying that the bloodline was, this is so stale. They just need to be done with it. They need to break it up. And personally, at what point? Because I feel like it's evolved every quarter, and here we are turning another corner. Why would we just completely disband and get rid of it? There's so much to tell. There's so many of them.
Yeah.
I know Jacob Fatu was signed too, so where the hell are he gonna come in and where is he gonna play a part? So just enjoy the ride that Triple H is gonna take you on.
Yeah, nah, I think we're in for something very special this year. I do think we're probably gonna get some Bloodline warfare at Survivor Series. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Especially when Roman get back. Oh my god,
the things that they could do with that, all the possibilities.
Ooh, man, they're about
come
to
back as a baby face, like who's
yeah.
gonna side with?
That's the story that I'm very interested in, because now we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes of who's gonna be with who's gonna align to what side. We already know with The Rock before he even left. Once I didn't even realize this was a callback to many years ago when The Rock introduced the new WWE Championship, and Cody Rhodes had came out there. He was like, "Hey, I came out here to see the title that I'm gonna, ultimately hold and take from you." Now we come back years later, and The Rock is asking, "Hey, can I see that title?" And it's a whole circle moment, and he's holding it. He's like, "Oh, this feels good." And the fact that he's essentially, kind of pushed Roman to the side, like, "Yeah, you beat Roman. His story is done.
Yeah.
You and my story is just beginning. Remember, I pinned you at WrestleMania. I beat you." And the fact that he's doing that is very interesting, especially if I'm Roman Reigns and I see that, I'm like, that's very interesting. You take that approach. You feel me? So they really have a lot of stuff they can do here. I'm really glad what they did with Solo. That was cool because he needed some type of momentum, because he's been getting packed up since John Cena. He beat John Cena last year. He hadn't won a single match, so he needs something. And I'm liking what they're doing with him. It's gonna be very interesting to see. Eventually, Jimmy's gonna align himself with Jay at some point. I think that's gonna be a pretty
Uso
cool
reunion.
Yeah, that's gonna be a cool
back together.
Oh,
yeah, I'm ready for that. I am. I think it's time.
They have so many possibilities, and I'm definitely excited about. So, I want to ask you, being a woman in this space, it comes with, I know for a fact,
Hit me with it. What?
it comes with this challenges. What's the weirdest thing someone has said to you, just off the strength of because you're a woman and you cover wrestling? Because I've seen women talk about it, but I want to get your perspective. Like, what's the weirdest thing someone has said to you just because you're a woman and you cover wrestling? Because I've seen people say some stuff like, and just to give an example, "Oh, you don't really care about it. You're only doing it because people are gonna simp over you. You don't really care about watching wrestling. You're not really a fan." Boom, 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 boom. What's the wildest take you've heard from someone saying that to you in
That was gonna
relation.
be mine. I can tell you tons of things, but that was gonna be mine. The amount of times that I've been accused of, oh, she doesn't actually even watch wrestling. She's not watching it live. These are like as if they don't know I live stream it, but they're like, oh, she's just recording these clips and hamming it up for the sake of getting the views and having people pay her bills and blah 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 blah, all those kinds of things. Which I don't know if you know what content creators make, but
Yeah.
anyway. Outside of that, I mean, my messages.
Oh boy.
I
I already know. I
I
already
get
know.
asked, if I want to the amount of sugar daddies. Listen, if I was single, I don't know. I might be really like taking advantage. I might just do it. I might just do it. I don't know that my dignity, I'd feel bad, but I would like to pay for this and this.
Wow.
You ask for feet pics a lot. What else? What else? I mean, there's so many things. Hello, baby, I love you from someone that lives, overseas, and you're like, I would like to marriage, and
Hey, one of my mods in the chat says she's talking about y'all chat. She's on to y'all chat.
literally you. It's you. You're the no. Yeah, I've had some interesting things. I've had some interesting things, but for the most part, I think I've been pretty lucky. I think
Okay,
I've
that's
been pretty
good.
lucky because most of us
Mhm.
they find us for the first time and they see you and they're like, oh, okay, but then they'll find somewhere where you're actually talking and you're actually giving a take, and then
Mhm.
they're like, oh, okay, wait, you have a brain too? I'm like, yes, we have brains too. And we're not just here for you to fucking look at. Like, yeah, I'm not here to be complimented and wined and dined. I'm here to talk about wrestling. And do you think of all things of somebody to you know how easy that's what I don't get. Sorry, but
Mhm.
it would be so easy to just go on Instagram
Mhm.
and like get an OnlyFans and just garner that kind of audience. It would
Yeah.
be so easy to do. It really would.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm here to do. Do you really think of all things and the people that I wanted to deal with and gain attention from, it was pro wrestling fans? That's the audience I'm trying to gain their attention and their attraction from. Yes, of course. Pro wrestling fans. Motherfuckers don't even wear deodorant at the stadium. Like, don't no.
Well, hey guys, stop simping out there, man. Just chill,
It's gotten
guy.
so much better.
Oh, it's gotten better. Oh, well, that's good. That's good. Here's the thing, man. I've seen it. Like I said, it's quite hilarious only because it's one of those things where it's like I think people they have this preconceived notion of what a certain person, what a certain wrestling content creator should be like, and I feel like that mold is completely shattered.
Mhm.
It's completely shattered, especially with the popularity of wrestling it is now. You will be surprised how many people that don't have the traditional wrestling starter pack. You know what the wrestling starter pack is. The guy that lives on Twitter, goes to his shit end job, talk shit about certain wrestlers that he know damn well he wouldn't talk shit about, or take that shit too personally, get really weird and disrespectful, have a avatar of their favorite wrestler, all this type of stuff. The starter pack. You would think that would be the traditional wrestling fan, but then you actually meet some people out there that actually are cool individuals that
You meet the
actually
actual one.
do other things other than watch wrestling all day. They're
Yeah.
people that actually have lives, have
Yeah.
families. They go out, they have drinks, they meet people, they talk to people,
Touch grass.
they touch grass
Yeah.
legitimately. Yeah,
Crazy.
like they actually go out and have a good time. And then they can also sit down on a Monday, Wednesday if they watch NXT, on Tuesday if they watch NXT, and Friday they watch SmackDown. And the PLEs, they can watch that and have a good time too. And I think it's the mode of that, especially with the content creators, because all the ones I've seen, that I've recently met, they all seem like cool individuals. They just love wrestling, like, but it's not their be all end all. Like this is, I have to do this. Like it needs to be something I do 24/7, 7 days a week. No, it seems like, hey, I get on here, I stream, I do what I do, I take my break. I don't take it that seriously, and I think more people need to experience that because some of y'all.
Authenticity and relatability, I think, are two of the biggest reasons why the people that are successful are the people that are successful. If you look at any one of them, they're relatable, they're down to earth, they're not screaming into their microphone. Now, there are the select few, like I had said,
Yeah.
that they have made a living off of that. And
Yeah.
but imagine that being your entire audience. Like, imagine your entire audience being the no-name Twitter person that just shits all over everything and just hypes up the people that are saying terrible things. Like, that sounds miserable. I wouldn't want that to be my audience. It sounds awful.
Yeah, no, facts, and that's why I you know, I'm all about. I have my personal takes on certain stuff. I agree to disagree, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm all about just making sure that people join in on the conversation. That's all I care about. Joining in on the conversation and having a good time. But yeah, nah, this is cool, man. Like I like the setup you have back there. You got the got the championships, you got the you're a Detroit Lions fan.
I'm a Lions fan.
Oh, okay. Hey,
No.
man. Yeah, man. Hey, look, hey. Y'all did y'all thing. I know it,
Back, man. Well, we were never here, but we're back, but we were never here.
Yeah.
We're doing great.
Hey, well this is coming from a Texans fan. So we on the up and up. We on the up and up.
Okay,
yeah.
you are. No.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
I was with you last year. I was with you. I was rocking
Yeah,
with you.
so I love to see teams that been out of conversation for a very long time, or people don't put no respect on it. Finally getting that respect.
But
Finally,
people still, anyone that doesn't know anything about football at the moment, though, the amount of people that still come at me and are like, "Oh, the Lions suck. The Detroit Lions suck." Well, you don't know what it's like to win. I'm like, "Have you watched the last two
No.
seasons? Then no,
No.
you haven't." Grace, did you see Grayson Waller giving me shit?
Oh, for real?
Well, roundabout way. The motherfucker. He posted.
Wow.
Him and Austin Theory didn't go to SmackDown Friday, which was in Detroit. And they made this whole thing of them sitting at the bar and talking about how they wouldn't want to go to Detroit because of such and such reason. And the Lions suck. Yeah, they do suck. And so I stitched it on Instagram and was just like, it popped up and was like, the Lions don't suck. That motherfucker saw it because he's looked at my stories on Instagram and then made a rebuttal video about, I saw some people were upset about me saying that the Lions suck. And I'm like, that was me. So I just replied and was like, you bum. And then I made my whole audience go at him on Twitter and call him a bum. So
he is a bum.
Sorry, not sorry, Grayson.
I said it, Grayson. You're a bum.
You bum.
I love to see it. Oh, that's awesome, man. Now see y'all. She be interacting with the wrestlers, man. She's plugged in.
You gotta know how to do it.
Yeah, she's plugged.
There's a formula and there's a way to do it.
She's plugged in, y'all. That's why it was such an honor to have her here, rocking with us. Nah, man, that's for me. And we was talking about this beforehand, before we got on stream. I got introduced to y'all through the whole CM Punk reaction. That's how I got introduced to a lot of y'all, Mini and Suplex, which I had seen, but seen them on there as well. Like, I got introduced to y'all just through that compilation of reactions.
That's how I got introduced to you.
Yeah, and it was cool to see people, like really, excited about that. And I think I seen a video of yours where some people felt some type of way. They're like, "Oh, that reaction wasn't real. It wasn't genuine."
Oh, they hated my CM Punk one.
Yeah, because it wasn't.
I wasn't excited enough.
Yeah,
I hated it. Yeah, I caught a lot of flack for that, and I just was like, "Oh no!" And then I made a second one, making fun of them, where I actually stood up on my chair. I made an ass of myself, but it just wasn't my reaction. And some things I do and some things I don't. It just depends. I'm not knocking the way anyone else reacts. Like, leave me alone. Like,
yeah.
in the chats over on TikTok being like, the girl's reaction sucks. Like, shut up, Carl.
Well, for me, that's kind of what it's my thing. Like, what y'all see, and I've had some people say, "Oh, he be faking it." I put my money on it. I put my bank account on it. I put my livelihood on it. How I react on camera is how I was reacting off camera before I started doing these live stream reactions. Like, that's what it was. Like, it's like my inner kid in me comes out in those moments, and I just fucking go crazy, but I'm having fun. Like
Yeah. Anyone
that's
that doesn't understand just doesn't know joy, or they've never really actually been like excited about anything in their lives. Because if you looked at all of the reaction, because even people that don't do streaming,
yeah.
people were filming their significant others,
Uh-huh.
reacting that were sitting on the couch,
Yeah.
or the people that were live at WrestleMania. The amount of just all
Mm-hmm.
of the reactions you saw from people, no, like it was exciting. There's so many things that happen that are worthy of excited reactions.
Yeah, nah, and that's what I do. I try to like recapture how I was as a kid. You know, that's how I was as a kid when I saw heard the glass breaking, JR screaming, Stone Cold, Stone Cold. I'm losing my shit. I'm like, oh, bro, he's about to whoop everybody's ass. It's about to be great. And for me, it brings back that time of me enjoying watching what's on the screen. Doesn't make a lick of sense. Probably not. But guess what? We're here. It's entertaining as hell. I'm okay with The Undertaker popping out of nowhere, choke slamming The Rock. The lights go out, and him and The Rock disappear from the ring. How? Don't
Don't
know.
care.
Don't
I didn't
care.
even care that he was in street clothes. Some people were like, he should have been in the Undertaker getup. Nope.
No.
That was Mark. You leave him alone. He came
Yeah.
out in a hoodie. You let him be.
I'm okay
I
with
don't care
that.
either way.
I'm okay with John Cena saying fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I've been packed up for months, but I got to get my get back on Solo. I'm okay with that. That's the part of wrestling, the story aspect, the excitement aspects, the entertainment aspect. And that shit was actually pretty, cool to see. So for me, I know this WrestleMania, like I said earlier, was easily one of my favorites. We actually had a chance to stream it at a movie theater for
Oh,
both
really?
nights. Yeah, we rented out a movie theater for night 1 and 2, and we had our subscribers come in and join in with us on the live stream. And
That's so cool.
yeah, that
I
was
like
like
that.
one of the coolest experiences we've ever done. So that's also why it adds that little bit of extra sentimental value for me, because I've
Absolutely.
never streamed WrestleMania in a movie theater.
No,
That
that's crazy.
that experience was cool. Shout out to everyone at Studio Movie Grill in Pearland. You guys were awesome. Like, we had the staff members were coming in there and watching the show. They was like,
Yeah,
hey,
because
can we
I would too. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, like that. It was such a fun experience, and I know we're trying to do something else this year with that. So we're trying to get that all squared away. But it's just seeing people come in there and watching it and getting hyped when Cody won, or when Damian Priest cashed in, and all the excitement and hype is like, this is what wrestling is all about right here.
Getting to be around other people too, like that are excited. That's like why it's fun to go to live shows sometime, because
Hmm.
I don't have a lot of people that enjoy it. So I get to watch it here, and I have my audience, and that's cool. But
Yeah.
actually getting to watch, with people around you that have the excitement, there's nothing like it. Like I said, we're the only people that understand it. So
Hmm.
it's great.
Have you ever been to a live wrestling show?
Yep. I've been to quite a few SmackDowns, Raw. I
Okay.
went to SummerSlam last year. And then
Oh,
I've been to quite a few indie shows just in the area.
okay. How was the SummerSlam experience?
No, I was really excited about it because it was in Detroit. It was at
Hmm.
my home
Yeah,
field.
yeah,
Like, I
yeah,
was so
yeah,
pumped. But
yeah.
the show just was it was a little not lackluster, but it
Yeah,
it was a little lackluster. Yeah, and the
yeah.
energy was really down with the people that were around me. I like had a teenage kid next to me that was just shit talking the whole time. I forget what match it was. One of the women's matches. He was like, "This is bullshit. Just make this end already." Like, I was like, "Oh my god, what is happening?" Like,
This is such
but yeah,
bullshit.
it could have been a better show. It could have been a better show, unfortunately, but
At least you got to go experience that live. I've still haven't experienced a wrestling live event. But we're gonna try to change that this year.
really?
Yep, never been to one. We gotta
Oh.
we gotta change
Where are
that.
you located?
In Houston,
Okay.
Texas. Yeah,
Okay.
so whenever they come back in town, we're definitely gonna try to. We gotta change that. The only reason why we didn't do it when they was on the road to WrestleMania, they were in Houston Monday Night Raw, is we actually wanted to go to see SmackDown. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, obviously because The Rock and stuff was
Yes,
back,
I would
so we
too.
was like, you know what, we're just gonna go ahead and stream. But some of my personal friends was actually there, and they said, "Bro, the show was so fucking fun." And I was like, "I could tell you guys were lit." So, but nah, this was definitely really cool. Once again, having you on here, I'm actually gonna do something real quick. I need to go ahead and do this because I want people to subscribe to you if they haven't already, because you're fucking awesome, man. You're cool, and your content
Oh,
it has been pretty dope to see, especially the growth, and that's what I'm really most excited about, just the growth of your channel. Let me go ahead and do this real
I
quick.
appreciate it. I'm trying to get more stuff out. It's just the scheduling thing. Like you said, talking about being real people. I work a full-time job, and I've
Mm-hmm.
cut back a little bit, but need to-do lists and scheduling, and my brain not to be a mess in order for that.
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. In the chat right now, I pinned it. That is a Wheezy Blonde channel right here. Go ahead, click the link and subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe right now. Let me know when you have, and type in the chat, I subscribed. Let me read some of these super chats real quick before we get out of here. Appreciate the 199. Is my stuff tripping? Uh-oh. I dropped frames. Why did I
Oh
drop
no, we
frames?
did kind of glitch a little bit.
Oh no. What happened? No. What happened? Okay, I think we are we good, y'all? Cause I'm checking right now on my OBS. It's tripping out. Yeah. I don't know what happened. That's weird.
Mine dropped it was Friday night actually, and that never happens, but it did the other night.
Hold on. Let
I
me
don't know if
see.
you're
Oh
having.
yeah, I see. I'm trying to fix it real quick. Cause I have no Okay, we should be good now. That was
Yeah.
that was weird. That was definitely weird. Don't know where it happened with that. But let me read some of these super chats. Dub has the feud with Redacted. For you don't If you don't know, my homie Dub, he is not a fan of Brock Lesnar. We call him Redacted for obvious reasons because it's a joke, but he is redacted as of now. But he does
Yeah.
not like Brock. I mean, at all. He
Oh, I
can't.
was a Brock Lesnar girly. I had so much Brock Lesnar stuff behind me.
Oh
And
wow.
yeah, and it's all in the closet over there. Yeah. I was a Brock Lesnar girly. Yeah, broke my heart. Yeah.
Not in her closet.
Yeah, it's all in the closet.
Just collecting dust.
Yeah, it's so much. It's so much.
Oh, actually, someone in the chat, Hoodie Nation Gaming said met Wheezy at SummerSlam.
Oh, well, hi. I met a lot of people at SummerSlam, and that
Oh,
was like
okay.
my first big event too. So when people were coming up and like meeting me and taking pictures, I was like, oh shit, like, oh my God, people know who I am.
No,
Hello.
that's awesome. That Hey, I mean, they should know who you are, man. You Wheezy Blonde. What are we talking about? Brent Mania sent the 5. Thank you so much. I was a big Hulkamaniac in high school. I didn't care what they thought of me. I wore Hulkamania shirts. Hey man, that's awesome. That's awesome. You stood true. You couldn't have did that at my school because they definitely. I don't condone bullying, but you would have got bullied. I'm sorry. That's just what back in that day you would have
Yeah, that
got
would have been
bullied.
mine too. Absolutely.
Mike Zeri, I hate when people say the fake angle is entertainment. All those drama and reality shows are scripted. Um, Scripted ones are fake too. It's entertainment. Yeah, I know people. I think Rhonda recently said something about that. She recently did like an interview talking about she doesn't consider it a sport. Um,
She
and it
just needs
was
to stop talking. So I defended her for so long, and I can't.
yeah.
Just shut up, Rhonda, please.
Yeah,
Stop.
yeah. Like I get it. Your time in WWE probably wasn't the best, but at the
Yeah.
same time, you agreed to join in many years ago. You wanted to be a part of it when your career in UFC, you wanted to hang it up. You wanted
And
to
it
be a part
was
of it.
the very top right out the gate.
Yeah, you wanted to be a part of it. So it's just one of those things where it's like to shit on the product now,
Yeah, she was done by
it's
now.
kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? Considering, like I said, you wanted to be a part of it, you left, came back, and granted, they misused her
Absolutely.
entirely.
No,
They definitely
absolutely.
misused her in her second go around. But it's just one of those things when people start doing it's not a sport. I do consider it a sport. Yes, there's some entertainment elements to it, but at the same time, you have to know what you're doing. You have to be talented enough, athletic enough to perform these maneuvers and moves, and being able to help someone be safe at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like that takes some skill. So anyone that tries to go with that notion, I just be like, all right, bro. Just
It's
say
like dance. Like,
yeah. Yes.
no. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it definitely takes some skill and athleticism to know what you're doing, but hey, it is what it is. Appreciate the 5. The bloodline has arrived. My goat is collecting collaborating with Ross. Hey man, I don't know if you know Samuel, you must know you.
Oh, Sam Dupla.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
do.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
mine. Hi, Sam.
Oh, not I said bloodline, the blonde line.
The
My
blonde
bad.
line. That's what we are.
The blonde line.
Blonde line. We are.
That's what y'all call yourselves, the blonde line.
Yeah, we do. We're big dorks. That's
Big dorks.
We're big dorks.
King Wolf with the 5. 2 goats on the same live stream. 10 out of 10 live stream. Ross. Also, CM Punk sucks. I hope Drew destroys him and makes him look like a punk on live TV. All right, King Wolf. Thanks for your opinion there. CM Punk doesn't suck, and Drew got what he deserves. Even though I love Drew, Drew is fucking fantastic. And he's
baby. He put himself in that situation.
Yeah. Drew got exactly what he deserves.
Drew screwed Drew.
Yep, Drew screwed Drew. Sheldon with the 10. Fun fact: a member of the Shield was a world champion for 1,499 days, starting with Mox at AEW Revolution 2020 and ended at WrestleMania 40 Night 2. Then 5 days later, Mox becomes the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. Oh, so a member of the Shield was always a world champion for that amount of time. That's crazy.
Yeah, there was a brief period where none of them were.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Forever.
All 3 of them guys coming in at the same time and being kind of the top respectively in each company.
Oh yeah.
That's rare that happens. So no, that is pretty dope. Ace 7 keys, tribal chief, solo ones up. Appreciate he sent 1111. I see what you did there. Thank you so much for that. Sanity with the 5. We about to have a bunch of Samoans and how you pronounce that? Tongans in WWE? Yeah. You think so? Civil War? I know they said Jacob was supposedly signed.
Supposedly Jacob is signed, and then there's Zilla, and there's a ton, but
yeah.
I don't. Who knows? Who knows how many they'll bring in?
Yeah, I'm all for it if it makes sense. If it doesn't get too cluttered with so many different personalities and stuff, and it doesn't make sense. But I do think they're handling the bloodline stuff pretty well. Shay with the 199, tell her about the ITC chat, Ross. We actually talked about this before our stream. You guys got to stop it, man. We already talked about this, but you guys got to stop it. Like, yes, y'all gotta relax. Wheezy's cool. I'm here to just promote her channel and let y'all get a feel for who she is. That's all it is, guys. Relax. I can interact with women and not be trying to riz them up. Like,
y'all don't know how to interact with women, so that's just kind of how that happens. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. Don't hate me.
She said it. I didn't. HKM, shout out to you, HKM. Appreciate the 10. Hella late. I'm in here. But W Studio Movie Grill, W Collab, appreciate you. Ace with another 7. Where's Jill? Don't know. That's somebody that be talking shit in our community.
We all got him. I had a Tyler.
She cool, but she just be talking shit. Yeah. That's their name, Todd?
Todd. King Todd.
Oh Lord, he put a king at the front of his name, so you already know not to take his opinion too seriously. Put a king in front of your name. Oh, speaking of that, King Wolf. I'm sorry, I just said I can't take anyone seriously that put a king in front of their name. That applies to you too, King Wolf. But appreciate the 2. Wheezy and Brock versus Dub. Wheezy and Brock versus Dub and The Rock. I'll watch. Why?
I never understand the fantasy booking. Sometimes I'm like, wait, why? For what reason?
Ghetto Jesus with the 2. Amanda knocked the talent out of Ronda. Wow.
Damn.
Wow. This is why. Ghetto Jesus. I don't know why that's his name, but
That's cold-blooded.
he's wild. Brentamania. I got hate in school. They said wait, what? I got hate in school. They said I whack off to him. Oh, you're the guy that wore the Hulk Hogan shirt. Oh, so that's what they told you? They said you whack off the Hulk Hogan. How many times did you wear the Hulk Hogan shirt?
Did you only have Hulk Hogan shirts?
Yeah, we need answers to this, Brent, because if you walking around every day and I know you as the kid with the Hulk Hogan shirts, I'm not gonna go immediately you just whacking off the Hulk Hogan. That's kind of wild. I'm not that mean, but I'm gonna think, oh yeah, this guy's like a Hulkamania super fan. So I'm sorry that they told you that, but hey, that's in the past, bro. Don't worry about it. Wrestling's fucking super cool now. I don't know if you should still be walking around with Hulk Hogan shirts like that, but
I wouldn't.
I guess you can wear it at home, I guess, when no one's around. I don't know.
Good.
Little Trey D, the worst WWE champion of all time. The worst WWE champion of all time? That's simple. It's fucking Jinder. I said it. How do you feel about Jinder?
Oh, I gotta leave. Oh my god!
Oh, not you too!
Jinder the Jinder!
God damn it. Damn it. God damn it. You and Minnie. Oh, god damn it.
I knew I loved her.
God damn it.
It's a moment in time. It was a moment in time, man. He's great. He's so underrated. He just needs to be really given a chance,
Good God. Not you too. Why? Why?
Prison match.
No! No!
I loved it.
Oh my god. You two. What is going on? Oh, Lord.
I don't know. You're just not seeing it. It's okay. It's okay, dog. You're just not seeing it. It's fine.
Oh.
Maybe one day you can look back and acknowledge the greatness that it was.
It was
in a really weird time. It was pretty great.
It wasn't great
I'm really
at all.
glad I can't read any comments right now.
It wasn't great at all. No, there's some fake Jinder fans in here. Don't hinder the Jinder. Don't hinder the Jinder. Not giving a chance. All right, okay. I'm not doing this. I'm gonna skip past this. I'm so hurt by that. Hey Ross, love your videos. I watch them all the time. Due to the tag team championship changing, do you think Cody will get the Wing Eagle belt? I don't know. They have recently, and I don't know if you've noticed this, they stopped saying Universal Championship.
Yeah.
They've been saying only WWE Undisputed Champion. They've gotten rid of the
Universal. He had said that he was going to knock that part off of it. I had thought maybe they were going to bring in the new belt. And honestly, I think they should. Because Roman held that title for so long. I know that they changed the look of it halfway through, but they changed the look of it on him and for him.
Yeah.
And so it just feels like Roman's belt,
Yeah.
It just feels like it's attached to Roman. And I saw someone else say, it was actually I think an actually like personality or an interviewer that was like, oh yeah, it looks like it was made for him. And I'm like, it was made for Roman.
Yeah. No, I do think,
I don't know that they'll get rid of it, but
yeah, I do think they could possibly, give him some type of modern version of the Wing Eagle belt or whatever type of belt they come up with to signify that this is a new era that we are really into. So glad they got rid of the goddamn quarter belts for the tag team titles.
Oh my god, I know. I've been bitching about that for a long time, actually. I'm curious what the other set's gonna look like Friday.
Probably I don't know. Maybe they do something different. I hope they have somewhat of a distinctive different design.
I hope so too.
I hope it's not just like, oh well, it's just blue lettering on the same belt.
Well, I didn't even think about that. The lettering was a different
red. Yeah, the lettering was like more of a red. So hopefully they give them a little bit of a different design. But I'm more or less thinking they're probably gonna somewhat keep it similar. So we'll see. But I am all for Cody getting that personalized belt or at least switching it up to signify. It doesn't have to be personalized to Cody, but to signify that we are in a new era. Don't know if they're
Yeah,
gonna
I
do
agree.
that, but we will see. I think that would be pretty cool. Um, DJ A Ron. W Collab, random question. How do you get a pick with a WWE superstar? DJ'd in Philly for WrestleMania 40 and saw Ric Flair and was shook. Well, I said Minnie actually do. She actually has met some wrestlers and stuff like that. I know you have though.
I have.
Yeah, I've seen like some of the pictures and stuff, and I was like, how did that transpire? Were you at like a meet and greet, or you just kind of knew somebody that knew somebody you kind of was able to get in?
Both.
Okay, okay. All right.
Convention wise,
Mhm.
I meet a lot of people at the conventions because I fully believe in supporting professional wrestling and independent wrestlers and people that are not, on big contracts. So
Okay.
I go and I meet them and I pay their table price. And
Oh,
I'll
okay.
talk to them and take a picture. But I do know a lot of people at some of the conventions that I go to.
Okay.
And yeah, I just meet people that way. And sometimes I don't even want to take a picture. It'll just be my friend that's like, no, yeah, take a picture. And they'll
Yeah.
be like, yeah, sure, let's do it. That happened with Heath Slater last year.
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
no, I don't need a picture. And he's like, no, yeah, I'll take a picture.
Oh, that's
All
tough.
right,
That's cool.
sure.
That's cool, man. I like that. That's dope. See, I told y'all, man. She making plays out here. She making plays. Let's see. We're almost done with these. Um, Oh, actually, someone that knows you, Samuel. Welcome to the Blonde Line. Ross, we got merch coming soon. I got some blonde line merch.
I do have merch coming soon.
Oh,
I can't say much more than that,
oh, okay,
but I
okay,
do have merch coming soon.
okay. Well,
In the
yeah.
works.
Okay, well,
Pretty cool.
I'll get some blonde line merch. I'll get some. I acknowledge her, man. Yeah, I said it. I said it. She's goaded. She goaded.
This dog? Oh shoot.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I can show love out here. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
No, it's all love. It's all love. I don't know why you so shocked. Put your ones up to
I
acknowledge
don't know, because I
Wheezy
feel like some
Blonde.
people, I don't know.
Put your ones up to acknowledge. Thank you, chat.
Oh, they
Calm
put
down.
ones up. Yay.
Yeah, yeah. Put your ones up to acknowledge Wheezy Blonde, man. She's cool. Like she's definitely dope. She's doing some great stuff out here. Almost spat out my cereal after about the Hulk shirt guy. Told he whack off the Hogan. Yeah, it's kind of cold. It's definitely kind of cold. Um, let's see. Outstanding with the 5. I think. Oh, I just read that. Ace again. Thank you with the 11. Gender is super underrated, bro. The great Maraha. I'm not even gonna try to
The
pronounce
modern
it.
day Maharaja. Don't.
And I just acknowledged her, guys. I don't know. I may have to take that back.
No, it's just like the one thing. It's
Uh,
fine.
I may have to take that back. I don't know. I don't know. Appreciate the 5. Jinder Mahal. Haven't seen him in a minute. He must be in catering. I know. He's probably in catering, bro. He's definitely in catering. I heard they serve some good food in catering, so I wouldn't be
I heard they do
mad.
too.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's
so
eating good.
yeah, he's definitely eating good.
He's eating good.
Appreciate the 2. No, no, definitely not every day. I don't wear anymore. Huh? Something. This I don't know, Brent. You giving me vibes. You definitely at least wore it 3 times out of the week when you was in high school. At least 3 times,
Yeah, they
especially
made
on Fridays. You
they made a
definitely
thing.
wore Hulkamania shirts on Fridays.
Yeah, they made a thing about it.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet. Friday, you had your Hulkamania shirt running wild, brother. Yeah, you was ready. Appreciate the 4.99. Timothy thesis? Timothus? Tim. I'm just gonna call you Tim. I hope I hope they bring back the winged eagle for my man Cody. We will see. Hopefully they do something with it. I hope they give him a lengthy title reign. And I actually want to ask you that too before we get out of here. Do you think at some point, well, how long do you think fans will turn on Cody?
Oh, I think it's already happening.
You think so?
I give it 6 months. I mean, through the end of this year. Through the end of this year. I can see it happening.
Okay. How long do
I'm
you
not
think
proud of
he'll?
that, but
How long do you think he'll hold the championship? 'Cause-
that's more difficult because I feel like he should hang on to it for a while. I do. Um, it's more of me thinking, okay, like, will he? I could see him holding it through WrestleMania again.
Okay.
Okay,
Same here.
getting to have a Mania match as
Same
champion.
here. Same here. Same
But
here. Same here.
at this point, whether he would retain or not, I don't know. I think it's just going to depend on what happens between then and now. But I
Yeah.
could see it definitely being till next year.
Yeah. Same here. At least till next year WrestleMania, and then it depends if they have, for example, if they have Gunther win the Royal Rumble, which I think that would be fucking fire.
I'm here for that. I think that that's the right move with him
Yeah.
dropping that, move him into.
Yeah, if they have Gunther win the Royal Rumble next year, he's winning the championship. Whenever he gets into a championship opportunity solo, I'm talking about one-on-one, not a multi-man match, but a solo one-on-one championship opportunity match, he's winning. There's no reason to have him lose because you already had him beat his dominant factor with the IC title. Whenever he gets that championship one-on-one match with whoever, Raw or on SmackDown, he should win. Yep.
Some guy.
Yep.
I like Solo. Yeah, he's strong.
Yeah, so we will see how they go about that. Appreciate the 10. The visionary, the revolutionary, Jinder Mahal. Okay, bro. Come on, guys. What are you doing? What are y'all doing? Y'all what are y'all doing, guys? Jinder freaking Mahal. Oh my god, bro. Wheezy looks like a Becky Lynch in blonde wig. That's
I've heard this and I don't understand it. I've heard this multiple times. I've never understood why people say that. But okay. I don't get it. They're very different features, but okay. She's really, really small. I'm not that small.
Carson with the 199 Punk is still AEW's biggest star, and he ain't even there.
I watched it that week, and I had just gotten off work. I sat down to watch it.
How did you feel about do you think they should have aired that footage?
No.
Okay.
No, I get why they did, but
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, nah. Fair point. I didn't think it really did anything for the overall product long term. Any predictions for the WWE Draft next week? I forgot it was next week.
God, I forgot that it's happening, dude. I don't know because we've pretended that I always say that the brand split is made up and the rules don't matter because they haven't adhered to it in so
No.
long, minus the titles technically being attached to each show.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what to expect of where they would move people and why.
Yeah.
You got to remember SmackDown's moving back to USA.
Say, mm-hmm.
I don't think that's this year. Is it
No,
this year?
Yeah, it's this year.
Okay. So
In
take
like
that into
October, I think.
consideration, I guess. And then I guess next year it'll matter more of who they're gonna have on Raw when it comes to it being on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
feel like it's a formality right now at this point. Maybe it'll feel more real once they're actually one is on network TV and one is on Netflix.
Yeah. So
because SmackDown will still be on network.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know, man, because I do feel like Bianca needs to go back to Raw, but I feel like they're gonna do something with her with Jade too. That's a tough one. The only reason why I said that is because I do think that Bianca versus Rhea, that would have been fucking fire.
It would have been fire.
That's the only reason why I'd say, because it'll be fresh matchups. But I don't know. I don't know if you keep Jade on SmackDown, because I know she's been featured on Raw a couple weeks, even though she's supposed to be exclusively.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. And I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like, her matches with Chelsea are my favorite thing that happened in the last 2. I love Chelsea Green. But my favorite thing that happened. And it's so hard for me because I'm such a Chelsea Green stan. But then when I see Jade Cargill, I'm just in awe of her. She's so beautiful. I'm trying not to like compliment her and riz her up, but it's just really hard not
to. See, guys. See, she understands. Let's see. Appreciate the 10K Rob Corner. I actually interviewed Mr. Kennedy Anderson in 2012 when I was a radio DJ. Dude was shocked to find out I was 5 foot tall and said my voice was too big for my body. Damn.
What did you say to him?
Your voice too big for your body is a wild thing to say to
It is a
another.
wild thing to say.
Like, don't, hey, what, bro? Hey, don't do that. Your,
Damn, dog.
your voice is still growing through your body. That's cold. Um, Let me see before we get on out of here. Appreciate the 499. Could Cody be the new tribal chief? Like, what if it's him? I know it's out there, but that could be a crazy twist. Nah.
Heard this. No, that's really reaching, I think.
Yeah. I mean,
Really
it's
reaching. I
it's
get it.
yeah. Yeah, that would. I think his involvement with the Bloodline for now is on hold. We probably won't get anything related to that
And I think that's
till The Rock comes back, Rock and Roman comes back, and I think that's
yeah.
fine. So I don't think he has anything to do with that. King Wolf, Ross don't hinder the ginger, bro. He adds spice to that title. All right, bro. I'm not okay.
I'm down with it.
Samuel,
I'm down with
Jade is a specimen, as Wheezy always says. Oh, you be
I
saying
do.
she's
I
a
do.
specimen?
She's a specimen. Yeah, I do.
Damn.
A fucking statue. Like, oh my God.
See,
The
y'all?
genetics, the genes in that one, I just
See,
can't even imagine.
see, see, they be thinking I'm just all in love with Jade, and I think Jade's a very beautiful woman. But I'll be chilling. They be like, "Oh, Ross, you in love with her?" Boom, 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 boom. I think
it's totally fair to point out, like, she's a star. She's a star.
I'm just saying, man. See, I'm not the only one. I don't have to say it, chat. I don't have to say it, chat. I just let y'all say it. You know what I'm saying? We hinder the gender in this dojo. What the fuck? Appreciate you, Ghetto Jesus. Appreciate the 499. Jinder is the reason I stopped watching for 2 years when he was the champ. I was in the hospital for 3 months with kidney failure. He needs to go away. Damn. Jeez. Imagine you.
So were you in the hospital with kidney failure and that was on the TV and you were like, fuck this, I'm done with it?
I'm guessing
Like,
so.
this is the straw that broke the camel's back, that now Jinder is champion on top of all these other things I have going on and I'm done. Is that what it was? Oh, and then I understand, but
see. But nah, this was definitely great. I appreciate you just chopping it up with me, letting people know who you are and they get a sense of your personality and then the type of content that you bring. Once again, y'all, pin the link to her channel in the chat. I'm also gonna pin it as the first comment down on this video, so that way you guys can go give her a subscription, follow her. I'm gonna probably put down all her socials so y'all can just follow her everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
thank you.
She makes some dope content, and I definitely think she deserves y'all viewership. We are in the same space, and it's always cool to see content creators out there bringing their own voice, their own authentic takes, and we all just enjoy wrestling together, so I think this is pretty cool. So definitely you're more than welcome to come back on here anytime you want. We can definitely talk some more wrestling stuff, shoot the shits, whatever you want to do, man. This was definitely dope. Shout out to Minnie. I actually got to check out that video because y'all did a little collaboration yourself this week, right?
It'll drop tomorrow.
Okay, cool. So I'm definitely gonna check that out. This was definitely cool. Definitely looking forward to seeing Wheezy grow even more in this space. So I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks, man. That's so nice. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on and for asking me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. Well, we're about to sign off. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate all the love and support. You gotta stop it. Risen with Ross. That's not my name. Stop that. Appreciate y'all. And we out this thing. Peace, man. Jeez.